everybody, it's Vicki Weber from At Home Author, and today I'm answering a commonly asked question that I see all over the internet, and that is, can I use AI illustrations in my children's book? Before we get any further, make sure you like and subscribe so that we can continue to make helpful content just like this. Now, artificial intelligence has come a long way in the last few years. There's no denying that. It has incredible capabilities and it's been helping businesses and other programs all over the world. The problem is that artificial intelligence can't learn from nothing. It uses already existing content that it finds online and uses that to create whatever it's spitting out. That means that AI is actually using other artists' art and illustrations in order to create its own. Now, this is a very controversial topic, and I'll be honest, there isn't a resolution around it yet. But many artists are taking legal action against some of these AI platforms for using their illustrations without their consent. It's almost like taking a piece of paper and putting it over your computer screen to trace somebody else's design. Is it really yours? Now, AI uses pieces. And remember, it is generating some things that are new, but those some things are coming from somewhere. So at any time, it could be using large pieces, small pieces, individual pieces from one artist or many artists' illustrations at any given point in time. There are even some cases where watermarks have been shown to appear distorted inside AI generated illustrations. So, when it comes to your children's picture book, an important thing to remember is you, as the self published author, need the commercial usage rights in order to sell that book. When you hire an illustrator, when you have your contract, they will grant you the commercial usage license so that you can sell your book. Many illustrators will hold on to their copyright. That's not usually a concern. It just allows them to retain the rights to their art, and it also lets them use their art within their own portfolio. If you do want to purchase the copyrights outright from an illustrator, that does usually need to be negotiated up front, and there will be an additional cost as well. So, you just need the commercial usage rights. The problem is that AI can't grant you commercial usage rights. It's no different than trying to use clip art online. You need permission from the creator. The problem with clip art is that finding the original creator is near impossible. There are hundreds of clip art websites out there that claim to be the original owner. So if push came to shove and the original owner did come forward and took you to court, an argument could be made that you do not have the appropriate licensure to use those images. That's why, in my opinion, the best thing you can do is use a professional illustrator. Use an actual professional artist. It'll come out better anyway because they'll have a variety of styles. You'll be able to work with them on edits and making your book truly come to life. Plus, you won't have to worry about any of this legal mumbo jumbo. That in itself is a huge plus. Now, a lot of people argue for AI because it's more cost effective, but I would like to remind you that traditional publishing doesn't cost you a dime. A real traditional publisher pays you. So if cost is a concern, consider the traditional publishing route instead of the self-publishing route. When you self-publish, you are the publisher, which means you have all the expenses of the publisher, which means you're going to need to pay an illustrator. Now, all of this about AI is constantly changing and evolving, right? There's so much that we're learning, and the courts are still deciding what is appropriate, what's okay, and what's not okay. The thing is, if you do not have an LLC established for your self-publishing imprint, if somebody were to sue you and you don't have an LLC, they could come after your personal assets, your car, your house, and other things you own. Now, if you're anything like me, that sounds scary, and I would never want to take the risk with my own family's livelihood. So, to protect myself, I started an LLC, which I do recommend you do at some point in time if this is something you want to do as a career. But I also make sure that I have the commercial usage license for every illustration that I get from my illustrators for every book. It also means I only work with professionals and that I have contracts for everything. If you aren't sure, try running it past an industry expert or a publishing lawyer, or just ask questions. My favorite way to find illustrators that you can trust is by asking other authors. They're not going to recommend somebody that they didn't love working with themselves. Whew, I know that was a lot, but I hope this has been helpful. Like I said before, the jury is still out, but the last thing I want is for you to get in trouble for something that you couldn't have predicted or that you didn't know about. If you have more questions, don't forget to pop them in the comments or check the description for more helpful resources on getting your picture book published. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with anybody who can benefit from a video like this.